Hi everyone, I feel like it's been a minute. It's been a while since I just sat down and talked to my camera. I've definitely been a little MIA, so I thought that before getting into this vlog, I would just sit down and just explain where I've been. And yeah, so long story short, I think I just burnt out, especially towards the end of August. I had been doing so many things back to back without really taking any time to process any of it. And so when I finally came back from my trip in August, I literally just crashed. I wasn't in the best mental state. I mean, if there's a sign that I wasn't doing well mentally, it's my hair. In the last vlog, I had long hair and now I have really short hair, but I really like it. But yeah, I think I just really needed to take a breather before jumping back and going over all the summer footage and editing it. And yeah, I think on top of that, work has really been kicking my butt. For those of you who don't know, I do work a 9 to 5, and lately it's been really draining and hectic, and after work I usually just end up rotting in bed because I don't have the mental capacity to do anything else. I'm still trying to find a better balance so I can focus on my hobbies and also just maintain a good mental health overall, but it is a work in progress. And also, if I'm being honest, September has really been all about half marathon training for me. I mentioned it in my March vlog, I think, that I was doing it in September, and I did it last week, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it. But yeah, I was really locked into that, and I really want to focus on that and just train. And usually after my long runs, I would be so exhausted that I didn't want to do anything. I would just lay in bed. But yeah, I'm going to talk more about it in next month's vlog. But now I'm back and I'm slowly getting used to talking to my camera again, and I'm not gonna lie, I miss this. I miss talking to you guys. I missed editing even, and I really want to see this monthly vlog series through, so I'm gonna stick to it. But yeah, that's basically where I've been. If you're watching this, first of all, thank you for being patient with me, and I would love to know how you're doing, so let me know in the comments. And yeah, with that, I'll leave you to the vlog. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you very soon. July was probably the busiest and most tiring month of my year so far. It started off pretty chill. I celebrated Canada Day with my friends, went out for my favorite pad thai in Montreal, and finally tried Iconoglass for the first time. This summer, I've been on a mission to try more ice cream places in Montreal. Each Glace's tiramisu swirl was amazing. I also went to Cafe Cozy for their Earl Grey matcha, which honestly tasted a bit like Fruit Loops. I celebrated the wedding of some dear friends. I didn't film much during that time because I really wanted to be present and of course respect everyone's privacy, but it was also wholesome and I had the best time celebrating my friends and their love. The celebrations kept going with my friend's birthday. We had dinner at Lou's, which had such a lovely vibe and amazing food. I also finally got tickets to see Cirque du Soleil in Montreal, and honestly my jaw was on the floor the entire time. It was incredible and I'd highly recommend going if you ever get the chance. And then came my cousin's wedding, which is when things got really hectic. I didn't film much here either, but I did capture a few moments, including a clip of my gorgeous lehenga. Even though it was super chaotic, it ended up being one of the best weekends of the year, and that in a nutshell was my July. The month of August kicked off with osheaga, and it was actually my first time going. The lineup had me really excited. It really felt like the year for the pop girlies. We went on the Ferris wheel, and this was the view from above. There were so many people. The first artist we caught was Phineas. We then saw Dominic Fike, which I was so excited about. He's such a fun performer and honestly hilarious, and I loved his visuals. We did miss Mr. Brightside by the Killers since we were at another stage, but it was still such a good first day. Day 2 was the one I was really waiting for because I basically bought my tickets for Gracie, especially since I couldn't get tickets to her concert. I was a little anxious about how packed it might be, but it wasn't bad at all. I even had some space to move. I sang my heart out and was having the best time until the rain started. Sadly, we didn't get to see the end of her set, but we did get to see Tyler, the Creator, later that night, which kind of made up for it. Finally, day 3, which was Olivia Day. Here's a quick little outfit check. I think my day 3 look was probably my favorite because it was the most comfortable. We got to the festival early to catch Gigi Perez, saw the beaches and cage the elephant, and then it was finally time for Olivia Rodrigo. I'd already seen her on tour, but the energy that night was just on another level. She's such an incredible performer, and I was so excited to see her in a different setting. She's been killing it all summer with all her festival performances, and this one was no exception. Honestly, the whole weekend was such a great experience and I'd definitely go back to Osheaga again. We took a girls trip to Prince Edward County mid-August and honestly, I really needed it. Lately, I've been so caught up in a lot of high energy activities, so this was the perfect chance to slow down, breathe a little, and literally just touch some grass. On our first day, we made the drive from Montreal and started exploring Picton's Main Street. It's such a charming spot with lots of little boutiques and cute stores. We grabbed some burgers at Harry's before heading out for a spirit tasting at Kinsip and a wine tasting at Carlo Estates.
It's like, it smells fine, but the taste is really strong. Did you want to try it? Yeah. What the hell do they put in that? It's not. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the others because it's a cocktail still.
Clearly, we're not spirits people, so the wine tasting was a lot more enjoyable for us, and then we ended the night at Darling's for dinner. The main reason we picked Darling's for dinner was their pizza. We'd heard such good things. The wait was too long though, so we didn't get to try it, but everything else we ordered was really good, and I'm definitely coming back for the pizza next time. Day 2 was all about soaking up the summer. We stopped in Wellington for the market, picked up some matcha, and then drove out to Sandbanks to spend the afternoon at the Dunes Beach. Later, we went back to our hotel to freshen up before heading out for the evening. We caught the sunset at Slate Brewery and the views were incredible. And then we had dinner at the Lakeside Motel, which had a nice view of the lake and a lot of mosquitoes.
These are the vibes. Vibes. Want to see something crazy? That's gnarly. That is so wrong on so many levels.
On our final day, we had brunch at the Royal Hotel, which recently earned a Michelin key, and the food did not disappoint. And then we popped into a few more shops before hitting the road back home. The second half of August was all about taking things off my summer bucket list with friends. I caught up with my friends, got ice cream by the lake, and even played tennis for the first time in a while. I've also been in a full-on bagel phase this month, and the traditional bagel from Saint-Viateur has definitely been my favorite. I also tried a couple new spots like Le Caf Cafe and Dunya, and to wrap up the month, I went to my first food festival of the summer, which was the Asian Night Market. The food was amazing, and it just felt like the perfect way to end August surrounded by friends and good food. As per usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.